Hey guys, Nate here. I'm going to do a quick update on the HP Slate 21 review that I did about a month ago. I'm replying to a comment by Mike Kane. He said, would like to see a vid of you using the photo apps and doing at least basic stuff like cropping and resizing. So that's what I'm going to show you guys now. I'm filming on my Canon 600D T3i camera, so that way it's a little bit better quality and easier to use a tripod on so you can see this better. So, as I stated in my other video, I'm a photographer, so I take a lot of pictures and I do a lot of editing. Rather than using a computer, this all-in-one is amazing because it runs on Android Jelly Bean 4.2.2, I believe. I actually have over here my different apps for photography editing, I guess, photo editing. I've got Pixlr Express, which is an awesome one by Autodesk. Very easy to choose. Actually, I can show you some photos. This is a photo I took a few days ago. Very awesome. Got some blurring edges and stuff just by editing, but I didn't actually use this program. I'll actually show you some other stuff that I've used. Another program that I use to get these effects and stuff, which is awesome. If you're a photographer like me, you want the EXIF data, which is, you know, the lens aperture, the type of camera that you use when you take your photos, etc. All the data that just shows how to achieve this shot that you show on whatever platform you use. I use 500pixels.com and Flickr. Not a whole lot on Flickr, but 500 pixels is an awesome website for photographers. So this is a shot that I did, and this is by Autodesk. It's Pixlr Express, I believe, and it's on the Android market. It's free. It has a lot of options here. You can see you can add an image, stylize, crop, rotate, autofix, color, everything from sharpen, blur, contrast, brighten, heal, focal, which is kind of cool. I can also take another photo and I'll just some of my work and actually show you how to edit and beginning to end. It's actually real quick and easy. It's got adjustment tab, and again, it's touchscreen, the HP Slate 21. So I mean, you can touch and choose different filters, overlays, which are kind of cool, which gives you a different effect, like grunge, which is textures. So if I click on this, you can actually see, I don't know if you can tell, try to zoom in a little bit here, just the camera. You can see that it's got a bit of a texture in the background, like brick or whatever you want to call it. You can, obviously mess with the fade. You can see it there, and then it's got a brick layer or whatever. There's hundreds of thousands of different combinations of things that you can do. The vignette is pretty cool, actually. I'll just show you guys. You can see that, obviously, the difference there. There's just a lot of things. I don't use this one particularly a whole lot. I use Snapseed, which is amazing for photographers who are serious and want to keep their EXIF data for, which is EXIF data that you like to keep when you take your photos. So this is another one. I believe he asks to show what cropping and editing, basic editing. I'll show that now. See if I can choose a photo. I don't know if I have a whole lot on here. Gallery. We'll do photos just once. Yeah, I'll take one. Here's all the ones that I took recently. Let me see. We'll take something. We'll take this shot here. Okay, here's one of the shots that I did, and I'll do a quick crop of this. And the only thing is, if you use a professional grade camera, which 20 megapixels plus, the size is usually 5,832, we'll say, by whatever pixels based on the size of what you use in your adjustments. But when you use Snapseed on this app, since it's Android and it's not a computer, it will downsize it to a normal size, which you still get to keep the quality of the photo. So here's an actual picture. I'll see if I can I'm going to move the camera a little bit so you can see straight on and try to do this the best I can. I've got a lens attachment for wide angle. Here we go. I'll zoom in here the best I can. Okay. Just adjust this a little bit. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to edit this photo a little bit here. we'll do a quick crop. So it's got the 3x3. It's a 9 grid. What would you call it? Sorry, lost my train of thought. It's a 3x3, so it's 9 squares of a grid of adjusting the crop size. So if you want, you can drag however big you want, which is really cool. And such as touchscreen, you can do this. I use the mouse a lot. I almost forget that it's touchscreen, but you can drag, you know, resize, drag it around how you want it, etc. So if I just want these, I use the mouse. So if I just want the main subject in here with a little bit of background, maybe some of the bridge, I can crop this a little bit, drag it around. And again, Snapseed saves all the data that you use, or that is stored on the memory card of your camera, whatever you use, Nikon, etc., Canon. But here, and then we'll go down to apply down here. I don't know if you can see this. If you use Snapseed, just click apply, and it still saves the quality of the picture. It's amazing. So let's see, I'm going to do just a quick HDRscape, which it's going to throw it in there. It looks terrible right now. So obviously, what we can do is, we'll just adjust this a little bit. Here's the filter strength. And I don't want to go too much into the program, but if you've ever used Snapseed, you know how to use it. If not, I recommend this one. This is the only one I use, really. And I take these, and the more you take and throw it into another program, you're going to diminish some of the quality. Snapseed, it actually saves all that quality. It doesn't diminish over time with the processing if you do it right. Obviously, if you process it too much with different filters and things like that, adjusting it will lose a little bit, but it shouldn't too much. But anyway, with Snapseed, just drag and you can go through the different filters and settings for this particular thing that I've chose, which is HDRscape, I believe. So here's the filter strength, so we can slide it this way to bring it all the way down or all the way up. So obviously you can choose where you want it. Go to the brightness here, obviously wherever you want it here. Saturation, which is the color, vibrance, obviously you can do that. Smoothing, which is gets rid of some of the noise in there. But this program is very cool, and it also lets you, down here, I'm going to move the camera, down here, this button right here, you can see compare, which lets you, if you touch it, it'll show the picture before and after. So that's pretty cool. This program's awesome. I use this a lot. So, and rather than buying, you know, Adobe Photoshop, which I've used before when I took photography classes, I actually, they recommended Adobe, and I've used almost virtually all the Adobes, and it's a good $1,000 program. Of course, you can download it with a free month trial. Takes, you know, it's not as great. I'd rather have all the functionality, etc., you know, with the full program and to get to keep it instead of re-downloading it. But a lot of those programs are all compact, or I'm sorry, Adobe, all the features are compacted and are almost, you know, the same in a lot of these programs that I use. So if you're a photographer, this is awesome. I use it every day. It's perfect. And I'll actually show you my account, some of the photos that I've uploaded. And it just keeps the quality, picture quality. It preserves that, doesn't get rid of any of it. I'm going to exit out of that. Let's see, there's just all kinds of options over here. Really cool. Retro Lux, Tilt Shift, Grunge, Center Focus, which is really cool. You can see the blur on the outside there. And you can actually change the strength of that so it's super blurry. So your eyes focus on the subject. Very cool app to use. I love this app. And for photography and photographers, I recommend it. But we're mainly talking about the HP Slate. This thing is fast. It's everything you could want instead of buying a computer. Now, functionality wise, depending on what you want to buy it for, if you want a computer, I recommend buying a computer. I would not purchase this. I solely bought it because of the Android. And I actually, here's a quick plug, I guess, if you will. I just got the Sony Xperia Z1S, I believe, 20 megapixel camera. And I like to take on-the-go pictures with this rather than using my Canon. So the fact that it's Google and it's Android, I'm connected through Google, my Google Plus account. The photos I take on here with the 20 megapixel camera, it automatically jumps and throws it into my Google account. So if I want, that's how all the pictures that you saw on here through Google are all there, and they're ones that I actually took with the camera that I'm using now, my Canon. So they're there, and if I don't have my memory card in here, which is, there's a slot on the side, they're already uploaded. It's quick, it's all Android, it all connects. So that's another plus. That's why I purchased this. So as a photographer, I use this a lot. And here's a lot of my programs that I use. 500 pixels, I'll go ahead. And actually, another quick thing, if you are a photographer and you want to use this, I recommend getting RAW Decoder. I don't know if you can see this app here. I can try to zoom in there. Yeah, RAW. They are awesome, because if you shoot in RAW, which is the high quality, I guess for lesser term, it's high quality image. It preserves everything rather than being, I guess you could say, you know, lose the quality of the photo. Once you put it on the Android, it actually saves it, and it will be able to read all your pictures in the actual quality of the RAW format, which is amazing. So I use this quite a bit too when I take my photography and upload it on here on my memory cards. It'll actually read it, convert it, and keep that quality, and then you can edit it with these programs, which is awesome. So one quick thing before we go, here's some more photos that I edited and then put them on here. Let me see, I'm going to go to my account. This is 500 pixels. Awesome program too, which is also on Android, available on Android. I recommend it. Yeah, here's a bunch of my photos that I had messed with and uploaded. Very cool. Let me see, log in with my Google. Obviously you get to see that. So yeah, here's all my photos. There's a lot of good ones on here, and they're all done with my Canon. So the fact, you know, I'm a photographer, as I